What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game That YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're doing a tutorial and playthrough of the mint tin game for Crown and Coin. As you can see, comes in this tall mint tin right here. It is chock full of cards. In today's video, we're going to bust it open. We're going to check out all the cards. I'm going to read through the rules. They're relatively short, and we're going to learn how to play the game. I've played it once off camera, so I'm still getting used to the game myself. So this is going to be a learning experience for you as well as myself. So it's going to be fun, though, guys. This is going to be a fun one. And on the front of the tin, it says for Crown and Coin, because you're not doing this just for glory. And on the flip side, on the back, it says, hear ye, by royal word and royal laziness, his majesty hath chosen thee, yes, thee, to embark upon a most perilous quest. 8 monstrous fiends do plague our fair realm, and it falleth to thee to slay them. Arm thyself well, hero, and try not to die too quickly. It says the requirements are, it's one player, it's a solo game, 30 minutes of your time, and 2 6-sided dice, or 2d6, which I've got right here. It's worth mentioning the game does not come with these. It does not come with dice, which is, you know, maybe a little bit of a bummer, but hey, we're all gamers. If you're buying this game, chances are you've got a bunch of dice, so you're all good. And if you don't, you could pick up some dice for pretty cheap, right? So you are going to need 2 6-sided dice to play. It says optional pen and paper, because remembering things is overrated. I don't have a pen and paper, and if anybody should, it's me, because I've got a goldfish memory. But you know what? We're going to do our best, guys. You can blast me in the comments whenever I forget things in the game. It says it's illustrated by Stephen Colling, one of the two. Good job, Stephen. And it's a cool art style. I like it. It gives me like, what's that show? Like Adventure Time vibes or something. It's pretty cool. And then we've got developed by Wilhelm Eric. So he is the game designer that developed and created the game. So there we go, guys. So we're going to go ahead and bust this thing open. And look at that, dude. It's chock full of cards. Look at this. You get a whole brick of cards in here, dude. It comes with a lot. That's why it doesn't come with dice. You can't physically fit them in the tin. So we'll set this off to the side. We'll just put that up that way. Cool. And yeah, guys, we're going to go through this together, dudes. Because like I said, I've played once, but we're going to go through it together. So we've got a bunch of different cards here that we're going to check out in just a moment. Or you know what? We can go ahead and separate them. So we're going to have our health points here. We'll set that up this way, I suppose. Or actually, it's got a handy dandy card that shows you the zone on where to set everything up. It looks like it doesn't show you where to set your health up, though. So you know what? It's going to go right there. And then if we flip these over, I believe there are some backs to these cards. Like so. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're going to get all of these ones right here. There's a bunch of like double-sided cards here. We're going to check those out in just a moment. Then there's a bunch of cards with stars on the back. Then we've got these. I believe these are the boss cards. And then we've got some that are going to have skulls and question marks, and you're going to mix all of those together into one single deck. So we're going to have those right here as well. And we're going to get all that set up in just a moment. But let's go through the rules together, guys. So let's put our little setup card over here. And I believe this is just some additional information. Yeah, developed by Eric Wilhelm. The illustrations by Stephen Colling. Check out his amazing work. And it's got stephencolling.itch.io. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your last name, Stephen. A huge thanks to the Game Crafter for making my game possible. Such an amazing shop. Cool. And then it's got thegamecrafter.com. And it says, thanks so much to everyone who played my very first game. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm always open to feedback. Feel free to send your thoughts to me at, and then it's got feedback, W-E, Wilhelm Eric, I would imagine, at gmail.com. So cool stuff right there, Wilhelm. Awesome. Okay. We're going to check out the rules, guys. This is it. These 2 cards, front and back, are all the rules for the game. It says, information's status. There are 3 statuses in the game. Poison, curse, and stun. So it could be poison, cursed, or stun. Stun, it says stun lasts only for 1 fight, while poison and curse remain until the status is healed. Stun means you cannot perform your next action, either attacking or using an item. If you're poisoned or cursed, you draw the corresponding card and place it somewhere in the zone to track it. You can only be affected by one of these at a time, either cursed or poisoned. Gaining a new status replaces the previous one. So if you're already poisoned and you gain a curse, you get rid of your poison and you become cursed, and vice versa. If you're already cursed and you become poisoned, you get rid of your curse and you gain a poison card. And then we've got reusable items, and it shows a little diagram here, it'll have like a little plus sign, and it's got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to turn the cards to show how many uses you have left. It says some items have this symbol, meaning they can be used multiple times. To use an item, you place it in the zone. It no longer counts as a hand item, and if you want to use it again, you rotate the card 90 degrees counterclockwise each time until it has no uses left, and then you discard it. And the zone, as you can see, is going to be like just the big middle play area out on the table. Cool. All right, next page. We've got equipment. You can have 1 active armor, 1 active weapon, 1 active companion, and 2 active gears, which are belts. All found weapons can be placed on the weapon field, but only the top one is considered active. If you want to switch weapons during a fight, you take 1 damage before the swap, and you can freely swap outside of combat without any penalty, even if you already know what type of enemy is coming. This does not apply to armor. Whenever you find a new piece and you want to equip it, you must discard the old one. So that's pretty cool. You can hold multiple items, multiple weapons, and you could swap between them freely outside of combat. But while you're in combat, it's going to deal 1 damage to you if you want to swap weapons while in combat. But then again, it says it does not apply to armor. Whenever you find a new piece to equip it, you have to discard your old one. So you can't accumulate multiple pieces of armor like you can with weapons. You can only have 1 armor at a time. And then again, you can have 2 belts or 2 active gears, and then you can have 1 active companion, which is like a pet or something that you can have come with you in your journey. Then we've got piercing damage. So I'm going to talk about some different types of damage and battle information here. Piercing damage can not get blocked. Just pierces straight through your armor. Healing, neither you or the enemy can ever over heal, so you can only go up to your maximum. And in this game, we're going to be playing with 10 on the health track over here. If you flip it over, it goes up to 20. You can play on like an easy mode variant, but we're just going to play the normal variant today on 10. And then fights. In fights against normal enemies, you always attack first, unless stated otherwise. Bosses, however, always strike first. So you'll always attack enemies first, unless it's a boss. Using an item in a fight counts as your attack. So you can either use an item or perform a regular attack, unless stated otherwise. So you got to choose. Okay, that's it for that card. And then it says, before we start, 1, you can choose to play with 10 HP, the intended difficulty, like we just discussed, or 20 HP, which is easy mode. Use anything you like to mark the health on the health points card to keep track of your HP. Okay, I should probably grab something. Let's see. What can I grab from over here? We're going to use this little skull right here. This is going to be our tracker for our card. So it doesn't come with a tracker. Again, you'll have to have the dice and something to track your health with. Not too big of a deal. Cool. 2, every card in the event deck has 1 of 2 possible symbols. The skull is always shown prominently on the back of the card and represents an enemy, and the question mark is shown either small at the bottom or large on the back and represents an unknown event. These events can be either positive or negative. So that is the event deck. So that's this right here. It's got those question marks and the skulls. These are going to be enemies, and then these are going to be some sort of event, essentially, that you can run into. Cool. So this is going to make up the event deck. And it shows here, event deck goes up in the top left. So we're going to give these a mix. And then we're going to put those in the top left on the table, up this way. Boop. Cool. So yeah, you can see on here it says event deck. And it says the discard pile is on the left. You can place it however you want. I kind of like having the draw pile on the left and then discarding to the right. Okay, and then we've got the boss deck. The boss deck has a prominent evil symbol on the back, which is this right here, and represents one of the 8 bosses in the game, which appear after every 5th event card played. Okay, so these are the 8 bosses, and every 5th event that you play, you're going to have to encounter a boss. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle these up. So theoretically, you'd have to go through 40 events in order to face all 8 bosses, and we'll set those right there. That's where they go on the setup. And then it says the rare item deck have a prominent star symbol on the back and are the rewards for defeating a boss. So this is the rare item deck. It's got a star symbol on the back, and it's going to have a bunch of different rewards like foul surprise, which is a big pile of poop. We're going to shuffle these up. I'm sure you can get some good stuff in there too, I would hope. And we're going to put those right here. They go right there next to the boss deck. And then we've got number 4, the item deck contains 26 double-sided item cards, and whenever you draw one, you choose which side you want and place it in your hand or equip to use it. So this says the item deck contains 26 double-sided cards, so you know what? I'm seeing these little tiny these little tiny question marks down here. I bet they go in that deck. Let's see how many cards we've got here. Let's separate them out too. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 39. Okay, that's way more than 26. Are there any question marks on this side? Yep, there are some question marks. Okay. Like I said, guys, I'm still kind of learning the game too. In most of the tutorials and playthroughs on my channel, ooh, we got one of these here too. I play through the game several times before I make the video, but I kind of wanted to try something different. I was like, you know what? It'd be fun to just sit down and learn the game with you guys as we go. So that's what we're doing. So this should be 26, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. So we must be missing one card here. Unless there's like a discrepancy in the rules potentially. I may have missed a question mark. See? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So we're just going to go with 27 if I haven't missed a question mark. But we're going to double check, triple check. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't know. Might be missing something there, but you know what? We're going to go with that. That's close enough. We're one number off. We should be good. And that is the item deck. So that is going to go right here. And then all of these, I guess, are going to get shuffled into this deck over here into the event deck because it's got the little small question mark. And it did even say, too, every card in the event deck has one of the 2 possible symbols. It talks about the skull, and it says the question mark is shown either small at the bottom or large on the back. So we're going to mix all of these in with these. And, of course, Wilhelm, if you're watching the video and you notice that I'm doing anything incorrectly, be sure to let me know. That'll help out myself and, of course, everyone watching the video who's interested in the game. And if there are any mistakes, I will be sure to correct those moving forward in future playthroughs. There we go. So, yeah, try not to get too upset, guys. Try to just relax, chill out, have fun with me. If there's any mistakes, we'll get it worked out. There we go. Cool. Okay, and then we'll set that up there like so. Neat. Okay, so the item deck contains a 26, or in this case 27, double-sided item cards. Whenever you draw one, you choose which side you want, and you place it in your hand, or you equip/use it. You shuffle the different decks with their symbol sides facing up, and you place them on the table shown in the setup, which we just did. And last but not least, guys, let's start. How to play. 1, draw 5 cards from the item deck. Okay, so we're going to go 1. Did we even shuffle these? Let's give these a quick little shuffle. I don't think we shuffled them. Okay, I like how these are double-sided too. I like doing that a lot too. Like in my games, I really like to make use of both sides of the cards. Like if you're familiar with Crypt Crawler, it's like every card in the game, like there's something on both sides of the card, so you just utilize all the space you possibly can. Okay, so we're going to draw... was this the thing that was on top of the deck? That is crazy. So we're going to draw 5 cards. Like so. Okay. So this is our hand down this way. So we'll put these down here. I love the art. It's cool. Very, very simple art, but really, really neat. 2, choose which side you want and place them in your hand and or equip them. Okay, so we got to check out what we've got here, guys. So we've got a healing potion here that recovers 4 HP, and we can use it 4 times. That is insane. What's on the other side? A pickaxe deals 1 damage, or against humanoids deal 2 damage. Dude, I want this healing potion. You kidding me? We've got a bone. Grants you +1 damage for this fight. You can still attack afterward. You discard after use. Okay, so it's like a one-time item that grants us +1. Ooh, a crowbar. It's a weapon. Deal 1 damage, or against undead deal 2 damage. I'm probably going to go with the crowbar, but let's see if we get a better weapon over here. We've got a belt. You can hold 1 extra card in your hand. That's pretty cool. And another healing potion. Guys, I'm going to be greedy and go for crazy amounts of healing potions. We got bandages. Restore 3 HP. Discard after use. That's like a really terrible healing potion, basically. Or a torch. Useful against some enemies and traps. Oh, okay. Useful against some enemies and traps. Maybe it tells you on the card. Okay, we're going to get the torch because I'm intrigued by that. We got the deck detox here. Discard your hand and draw 4 new items. On the flip side, ooh, a magic wand. Deal 1 damage, or against animals, deal 2 damage. Do we want the crowbar or the magic wand? Actually, the real question is, do we want the bone or the deck detox? I want the bone, and we're going to keep the magic wand as our weapon. Yeah, dude, that seems cool. That seems cool. Okay. And then we can equip them too. So it shows on the setup card here, right here, this little section down here where it says equipment. Let's go ahead and actually move this card off to the side too. We're done with the rules. It says weapon, armor, and then on the bottom it says gear and companion. So our weapon is going to go here. And then if we had any armor, it would go here. If we had gear, like a belt, it would go here. And then our companion would go here. So we're going to put our weapon right there for right now. Have our health right here. Actually, let's put our health. Yeah, we'll leave our health up here. We'll leave our health up there. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. And then the zone is just this zone out here. So we don't really need this anymore, but you know what? Just in case, I will leave it right here just in case we got to glance at it. Okay. Good stuff, guys. So then, moving on, it says, number 3, draw 1 card from the event deck and then place and play it in the zone. Okay, so we're going to draw 1 card from the event deck. We're going to place and play it in the zone. We got a campfire. You find a quiet campfire still burning. It smells like smoke, stories, and slightly burned stew. How does it smell like stories? I'll take it, though. It says you can recover 2 HP here, and if you have any food item, you can cook it here and recover +1 HP each. That is very cool, but I'm at full HP. That is very cool, though. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and resolve the campfire. We'll just chill. We'll hang out. We're not hungry. And then it says after you've played 5 event cards into the discard pile, so we'll discard this one now. After you've played 5 of them into the discard pile, you draw and play 1 boss card. And then after defeating a boss, you draw 1 rare item card, and then you repeat from step 3 until all 8 bosses are defeated. And of course, step 3 is that you draw 1 card from the event deck. And that's the gameplay loop. It seems really simple. So you draw 5 of these cards and resolve them, and then you fight a boss. If you beat him, you draw a rare loot, and that's it. And then you just loop around, and you're trying to defeat all 8 of the bosses. So again, you'd have to go through 40 of the event cards there. And then it's got some tips down here. Oh, also it says once you reach 0 HP, you lose the game. So as far as I can tell, the only way to really lose is if you lose all of your health. And then it says tips. You always deal at least 1 damage, even without a weapon. So if you've got no weapon, you can still attack for 1 damage. You can punch them. When you run out of item cards, you shuffle the discard pile and reuse them. So if you ever run out of this item deck, you'll shuffle the discard pile and reuse the items and have a new discard pile or a new item deck to draw from. After the first boss is defeated, you place the next 5 discarded event cards rotated 90 degrees to keep track, just in case your brain isn't braining. So like once you go through 5 cards, you could take them and turn them 90 degrees. That way, when you start placing more cards on top, you can tell how many you've gone through toward the next boss. Not mandatory, but probably a good idea to do. And then it says you do not have to hold cards in your hand. Just place them on the table in the hand area like so. So you don't have to physically hold them. You can just place them on the table if you want. Or if you want to hold them, hold them. It's totally up to you. And if you're told to draw an item, but your hand's already full, you may peek at the next card. If you like it better, swap it with one from your hand and discard the old one. So yeah, if you have to draw a new item, but your hand is already full, you could take that card and then keep it, but you'd have to discard one of the cards that's already in your hand. And that is it, guys. That's all the rules. You now know how to play for Crown and Coin, and we're going to actually play the game now. So here we go, dudes. Let's get into it. So we already went to the campfire. Again, we've got to do 5 of these event cards. So we're going to draw our next card. What do we got? We got the farmer in the dell. The farmer offers you a seat, a smile, and a suspiciously vague favor. It says you can draw 1 item and you can accept a quest. Okay. It says, I guess we'll draw our item first, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and draw our item. So we draw 1. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we get to choose which side we want to keep, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and double check the rules real quick, guys. The item deck contains blah, blah, blah. You choose which side you want and you place it in your hand. Yeah, or equip/use it. So we get to choose, which is really cool. So every time you draw an item, it's like you've got 2 options to choose from. We can get this great axe, which is a weapon. Deals 1 damage, or against beasts it deals 2 damage, and it's got a special ability. Deal 4 damage, and then discard this weapon. Ooh, that's cool. It's like you could throw it. And then we got the leather armor, which is armor, and you gain 1 armor. I think I'm going to take the leather armor since we don't have any, and that goes right here in this slot next to our weapon. So boom, we got 1 armor, and that's going to prevent 1 damage from being dealt to us. And then we can also accept a quest. I know we're not very far into the game, and I know not a lot has happened, and maybe it's just because I love like dungeon crawlers, but I'm having a lot of fun. This is already really cool. All it took was getting some leather armor. Like, I'm having fun. This is cool. He says, so the farmer says, I like all the flavor text and stuff too. Really, really cool. Makes it immersive. Makes you feel like you're on a little adventure. The farmer says, I've got a small task for you. Over the next 3 item draws, if you find any food, keep it and draw 1 bonus item. If you don't, well, you'll lose 1 item. If you accept, so we get to decide if we want to accept the quest, because it says you can accept the quest. If you accept, you keep this card in the zone as a reminder. It still counts as 1 card closer to a boss, or you can just write it down. So if we accept this quest, over the next 3 item draws, if we find any food, we get to keep it and draw 1 bonus item. But if we don't, we'll lose 1 of our items. I'd be okay with losing the bone or the torch. So we're going to accept the quest. We're going to accept the farmer's quest. We're going to leave him out here in the zone to remind us. So it's over the next 3 item draws, right? Yeah, over the next 3 item draws. Okay, this is cool. Ooh, this is really cool. All right, so that was the second card. You know what else we could do too? I'm going to grab a die from over here. There we go. I'm going to grab a die from over there. Ooh, you know what, guys? Yeah, we're going to use this one. We're going to use this one. I've got so many different dice to choose from. So we're going to use this one, and I'm going to put it on a 2. So we've got 2 so far. Or actually, I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it right here. We got 2 so far. Let's go ahead and draw the next one. We can already tell that it's going to be an enemy. What do we got? A chicken. It's an animal. It's not what I was expecting. An angry chicken flaps its wings, and charges at your legs. You swear you hear it cluck. Cock-a-doodle-doo, I'm coming for you. Fight. Special, if it hits you, discard 1 food item only once. I don't have any food items, thankfully. And then it's got 2 HP. It does 1 damage. And after the fight, it says you can get the chicken as a companion. That's cool. It says it can attack once per fight, dealing 1 damage. You can still attack. Dude, that's cool. This reminds me of like the chickens in Ocarina of Time, kind of. like the chickens will attack you. Dude, this is cool. Okay, so the angry chicken is going to attack us. So we're going to have to fight it. So we always get to attack first against non-boss enemies. So it's got 2 HP. So we are going to use our magic wand. And it says deal 1 damage, or against animals, deal 2 damage. And it says under the chicken, in parentheses, animal. So we can attack it for 2 damage, and it's got 2 health, and it is dead. So I guess that's where the dice would come into play. You'd use these to track health and stuff. But we're just going to go ahead and take them down. Cool. Oh, you know what we could do too? We don't even need this. We could use this one. Boom, look at that. There we go. Put this back over here, my other dice. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So we took down the chicken. With our magic wand, we blast them with a spell. And it says after the fight, you can get this chicken as a companion. Let's do it, dude. Let's get a companion. And the companion goes down here. And it says you can attack once per fight, doing 1 damage. And we're going to place it this way because it's got a 2 right here. So it'll show that we've got 2 uses on this companion right now. Cool. Okay. Awesome. So that was 3. Let's move on. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is very cool. Wheat field. A warm breeze moves through the wheat field. It's quiet here, and for once, nothing seems to want to kill you. You find something between the wheat stalks. Draw 1 item. Ooh, okay, so this is going to go toward our quest right here, potentially. So let's draw an item. Boom. So we've got a small healing potion on this side, and dynamite, so no food. So let's go ahead and put this here. I might actually need to get some more dice. That was 1. Okay, so the small healing potion, recover 4 HP, you can use it twice, whereas with the regular healing potions, you can use them 4 times. Dude, this card is insane. Like, these healing potions are crazy powerful. That's 16 health. We can heal 32 health with just these 2 cards. It's ridiculous. Unless I'm missing something. No, that's what it does. Or we get dynamite, usable. Deal 1 piercing damage. And remember, piercing damage means that it can't be blocked by armor. You can still attack afterward and discard after use. That's pretty cool. I kind of want that. Let's pick up the dynamite. So we can have up to 5 items. So we've got our 5 items. And that's separate from what you have equipped over here, I would imagine. Yeah, because you can have hand of 1 through 5. Cool. Okay, so that was 4. Nice. And this should be our last card before the boss. We've got a parrot. A colorful parrot lands nearby and immediately starts yelling things it definitely shouldn't know. You can trade 1 food item to get the parrot as your companion. We don't have any food, so we're going to have to pass on that. I want to know what it would have done. Reflect enemy damage back at them. You can still attack afterward, only once per fight. That is amazing. That is so cool. Unfortunately, we can't get it. And that is going to be 5, guys. That is going to be 5. And pardon me, my nose is so sniffly right now. I don't know what's going on. I sat down to record and my nose decided to start being runny and sniffly. Okay, so we got 5. So now we're going to fight a boss. What's our first boss that we're going to fight ever in For Crown and Coin on the Game That YouTube channel? A crocodile. That's not what I was expecting. It is an animal. The crocodile grins, showing off way too many teeth. It's got a plan. You're just not sure what it is yet. Does it? Do crocodiles plan? Fight. Special. Piercing damage. Oof. HP 3. Damage 1. Guys, we're about to destroy this guy. Okay. He does get to attack first, though, because he's a boss, which kind of sucks. So he's going to attack us for 1, and he does piercing damage, which means it's going to ignore our leather armor. We're going to take 1 damage and go from 10 down to 9. It's okay. We got these healing potions and the waiting in the wings. Let's actually put those together over here. Okay, cool. Also, I'm going to put our damage dealing things together, the bone and the dynamite. Okay, cool. Then we can attack him. And you know what? He's an animal. So we're going to deal 2 damage to animals with our magic wand. And I'm going to use... Do I want to use the bone? I'm going to, dude. I'm going to use the bone, man. Technically, just the bone. Practically, a dog whistle with flavor. Toss it to summon a very good boy. Oh, that's cool. So we toss the bone. It summons a dog to come attack the crocodile. Grants you +1 damage for this fight. You could still attack afterward, discard after use. Okay, so we're going to use the bone. That's going to give us +1 damage. So when we attack with the magic wand, it's going to do 3 damage instead of 2. And yeah, so we're going to discard this over this way. And this dude's got 3 HP, and he is dead. We took him down. So we're going to place him over here in the discard pile. And we're going to get our first rare loot of the game. What do we get, guys? Ooh, Fairy Fury. She's adorable and absolutely ruthless. Deal 3 piercing damage. Discard after use. Dude, that's amazing. It's like the dart from Crypt Crawler, dude. That's awesome. Deal 3 damage, ignoring the enemy's toughness, dude. That's awesome. Cool. Okay. That was not an item, right? No, it doesn't count as an item because this needs to be from the item deck, right? Over the next 3 item draws. Yeah, I would imagine it just means that. Not rare items? I would imagine. Okay, and this was at a 1. Cool. Okay, so there was our 5. We're going to reset this. I'm going to put it to 6 to show that that's actually at 0. Okay, we're going to keep going. So we're going to draw this. Do we flip this or do we just do this side? I think we just do this side. See, okay, this is something that I'm a little confused about. I'll admit. Wilhelm, let us know down in the comments, dude. Because unless I missed it, I don't think it clarifies in the rules. When you draw a card that's got the little question mark at the bottom, do you do this side of the card or do you flip it and do this side of the card? I'm going to assume... Oh, I can see right here. The ground beneath you bubbles. Flip this card. Okay, you do this side of the card that's got the question mark. I got it. We figured it out. Swamp. Every step is slower than the last. So is your will to continue. Roll a d6. Ooh, this is going to be cool. Okay, I am definitely going to need more dice, by the way. Let's go ahead and roll. A 1. Yeah. That's it. Okay. The luck is just translating over. It checks out. You get stuck in the mud. Take 1 damage. The rope prevents it. That's cool, dude. That's cool. Okay, we take 1 damage. Does the armor prevent it? I don't know. See... I'm not sure. It didn't mention anything in the rules about armor either. There's little like rule discrepancies like this in these Mint Tin games sometimes that it's like, I'm not too sure. It says take 1 damage, but it doesn't say piercing damage. So I'm going to say that our leather armor blocks the 1 damage because we have 1 armor. If that's not how it works, Wilhelm, let us know down in the comments below, dude. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that we block that damage. So that's 1. Okay, cool. If it would have said piercing damage, I would imagine it ignores your armor. Okay, cool. We're going to move on to the next card. It looks like it's going to be an enemy. What do we got? Ooh, a mage. It's a humanoid. A mage twirls his staff and mumbles something probably important. Fight. Special. Piercing damage. 3 HP. And he does 1 damage. We get to attack first because it's a non-boss enemy. You know what, dude? I'm going to Fairy Fury him. Am I? He only does 1 damage. It is piercing, though. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit him with the wand. We're going to deal 1 damage. We need more dice, guys. Hold on. Let me grab more dice. I'm going to go on a journey real quick. Let me grab these dice from over here. And it says on the tin that you need 2d6, but I'm kind of realizing now you might need a few more. So we're going to grab a couple more here. Okay. So this guy's going to have 3 HP. Okay. We get to attack first, right? So I'm going to attack him for 1 with the magic wand to put him down to 2. Then he's going to attack for 1 piercing damage. So he ignores our leather armor. We go down to 8. And then I'm going to throw the dynamite at him. Deal 1 piercing damage. It says a fuse, a bang, and a very brief window of escape. Your problems involve blowing stuff up. Deal 1 piercing damage, so it's going to put him down to 1. And you can still attack afterward and discard after use. So we'll discard it, and we can still attack for 1 more damage, and we're going to take down the mage, and he is dead. Nice. One thing that's interesting, too, is that I'm not saying it's like good or bad, just something that I'm noticing that I'm finding interesting. Maybe it's on some of the other enemies, but typically you like get loot and stuff when you kill enemies, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. It seems like you almost find the loot outside of combat, which is interesting. Just interesting, an interesting observation. It could be different. We're not that far into the game. Maybe some of the enemies drop loot. I don't know. Okay. So that was 2, right? That was the second one, I believe. Yeah, because we did the swamp. Let's double check and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this was the first one. That was the first one. Okay, so that was 1. So this next one is going to be 2, I think. Hopefully I haven't screwed up already. Either way, it's going to be okay. Wasn't the chicken one? Yeah, the chicken was 1. So that was 2. So this is 3. Okay. Mountains. You climb into the mountains. The air is thin. The path is steep. And your legs are filing complaints. Roll 1d6, okay? We rolled roll a 1. You slip on the rocky path and tumble a little. Take 1 damage. Rope or bucket prevents. You know what? I'm starting to think that maybe you do take the damage from these. Do you? I really wish I knew, guys. I really wish I knew. It doesn't say in the rules. Oof. Maybe your armor doesn't prevent that. I don't know if armor prevents damage from these encounters, or if it only prevents it from fighting enemies. You know what, guys? We're going to say it only prevents it from fighting enemies. I'm really not sure. So I would have taken 1 damage earlier, and I'm going to take another damage right here from falling. Because I feel like saying that the rope or the bucket prevents it is kind of telling you, like, hey, if you've got, one of these 2 items, like, that'll actually prevent the damage. Otherwise, you're going to have to take it. I don't know. Again, Wilhelm, please let us know, dude, if you watch this video. Okay, so we're going to take the 1 damage from the mountains. I'm going to use my healing potion. So we've got 4 uses for these, right? So we're going to use it. Actually, I'm going to go... How do I want to do this? Do I want to put these on 4? I'm going to turn these sideways to show that we've got 4 uses. So I'm going to flip it this way. We've got 3 left. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. This is going to be number 4. Getting close-ish to a boss again. Battlefield. You step onto a battlefield. Swords, helmets, and yesterday's bad decisions are scattered everywhere. Roll a d6. Can we roll anything other than a 1? My God, dudes. A shadowy curse weakens you. You are cursed. Okay, we're cursed. You know what? Maybe that's what that card was. Maybe that's what that extra card was. I saw a curse card. Here it is. It's this. Yep, you can either be poisoned or cursed. Okay, cool. We've got the right amount of cards now. Nice. Okay. So this is a separate card. So we're cursed, right? Yeah, you are cursed. Okay. You are cursed. You can now carry only 4 items in your hand. If you have more, discard down to 4. Okay, we've got exactly 4 right now. But we're cursed. So I'm going to keep the curse over here. Dang, dude. Brutal. These 1s are killing me, man. Okay, we're going to move on to the 5th card here. There will be a boss after this one. Waterfall. A gentle waterfall pours down the rocks. You stop for a moment, and so does the world. You can rest here and recover 3 HP, or you can remove a negative status from you. Dude, get this curse out of here. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's awesome. Cool, so we'll remove this. I'll just set this over this way. Nice, 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 nice. And that was it. That was 5. So now we're going to go to the boss. So let's flip the second boss and see what we got. Ooh, a zombie horde. They are undead. A horde of zombies shuffles toward you, and they're all in surprisingly good sync for having no brains. It's like the Thriller music video. Fight. Special. If their HP drops below 2, they gain +1 damage. Ooh, okay. They've got 4 HP and they deal 1 damage. But again, if they drop below 2, yes, if they drop down to 1, they deal 2 damage instead of 1. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get to attack second because it's a boss, unfortunately. They're going to get to attack us first here. So they're going to deal 1 damage, but we block it with our armor. Finally, our armor comes in handy. Also, I healed, and I never did give myself that 4 HP to go from 6 up to 10. Okay, dude, you know what? Check this out, guys. We're going to attack for 1 damage with the magic wand to put them down to 3. And... oh, I think we can do only one or the other, right? We've got to do one or the other. Let's check real quick. I believe you can only do one or the other during your turn. Where is it? Where is it? I'm pretty sure you can only attack or use an item. I already lost where it is. Let's see real quick here. Let's see. In fights against normal enemies, you always attack first, blah, blah, blah. Using an item in a fight counts as your attack. Okay, so you can either use an item or perform a regular attack. Okay, hopefully I haven't screwed that up. I know some of the cards said that you can use the item, and then it'll say, and you can also attack. So I get why it says that now. Okay, so we're just going to attack for 1 with the magic wand. They are going to attack again. We're going to block it with the armor. And I'm assuming this just is permanent. I don't think you lose it. I don't think. And then on our turn, we are going to use the Fairy Fury here to deal 3 piercing damage, and we're just gonna take down this this enemy here. So we're gonna discard this card over this way into the discard pile for the rare items. We're gonna take down the horde of zombies, dude. The zombie horde. Let's go. It's 2 bosses down, dude. This game is cool. This game is cool, man. Wilhelm, this is sick, dude. Good job, bro. GG. This is awesome. All right. We still haven't gotten any more items yet, so this quest is just chilling, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, cool. So now we're going to number 1. Let's draw. What do we got? We got a village. You smell soup. You also smell trouble, but mostly soup. Roll 1d6. Here we go. There we freaking go, guys. Kidding me? A sharp sting hits your side. Flip this card. Dude, even when I roll well, something bad happens. There's a goblin. That's cool. This is neat. Okay, the goblin is a beast. A goblin jumps out with a crooked grin and an axe that's clearly stolen. Fight. Special. Piercing damage. 2 HP, and he does 1 damage. Okay. Dude, everything does piercing. This is gnarly. So he's got 2 HP. We get to attack first. I'm going to hit him for 1. Unfortunately, he has a beast type, and we deal 2 damage to animals, not to beasts. So we're going to put him down to 1. He's going to get to attack. He's going to deal 1 damage with his piercing damage. And then we are going to retaliate, and we're going to hit him for 1 more damage to take him down. Nice. Cool. It says, after the fight, draw 1 item. Dudes, have I been missing that? Wait, so there are some enemies that give you loot. Okay. No, we haven't seen that yet. That's cool. That's cool, man. I spoke too soon. Okay, that's really cool. But to be fair, I did say that maybe we would run into it, and we did. After the fight, draw 1 item. In like the smallest text ever down here. Okay, cool. So we get to draw an item. Remember, we're looking for food with this quest. Let's see what we get. A rope and... Ooh, sorry guys, I had to sneeze right there. Hopefully I remembered to cut the video right there. Hopefully I edited that out. We have also got a magic wand. We already have the magic wand. That's cool that you can find that again, though, I suppose. So I guess we're going to take the rope, which means that's 2 on this card. Yikes. Okay, we haven't found food yet. We got 1 more shot. The rope is a usable item. When life's on the edge, grab a rope and then tie it around yourself in case you fall. Useful against some traps. Okay, it's got 4 uses. So we'll go ahead and set that here on the 4. And we took down the goblin, and that's going to go over here. Dude, this is cool, man. This is really neat. I am thoroughly enjoying this, dude. This is awesome. All right, let's keep on going. We're going to draw our second card. We've got a merchant. Ooh, a cheerful merchant. I also am realizing something else. This game's called for crown and coin, but you don't get any coins. Where's our gold? I'm playing. A cheerful merchant greets you with a smile. Traveler, you look like someone in need of absolutely everything. Trade one item from your hand for 2 new ones. Take this rope that I just got, bro. Take the rope. Take the rope. You can have this, so I'm going to trade this in. It'll get discarded here. We get 2 new ones. Boom, boom. So we got 2 shots at food here, guys. Neither of these are food. A leg of meat. It is food, dude. We're going to take it because we need the food. So we're going to take that. We're going to drop that. And then, oh wait, for 2 new ones. So we get both of these. Yeah, for 2 new items. Okay, so we're going to take the leg of meat, which says, by the way, heals for 2 HP, cookable at a campfire, discard after use. Or we can take a small healing potion, which will recover 4 HP. We can use it twice. Or we can get Leaf It Behind, discard X items from your hand and draw X new ones. I want the healing potion. Healing is insanely OP in this game, it seems like. So we're going to get that. And we'll get the leg of meat. We'll put the merchant here. And we have completed the farmer's quest, which says, if you find any food, keep it and draw 1 bonus item. Okay, cool. So we just got that, and now we get to get a bonus item as well. So we'll set this, where was he? We'll set him right there. And we're going to pick up the smoke bomb here. Release the smoke and leave your enemies wondering if they saw anything at all. Hint, they didn't. You can escape a fight except against a boss. That's insane. Or the crowbar. Nope. I want the smoke bomb, dude. Dude, this is so cool. There's so many like crossovers between games. This is like the smoke in Crypt Crawler, where you could just avoid a fight with an enemy. I'm gonna drop the torch for this. Yeah, that seems amazing. I don't know what the torch does. Watch us run into a card that requires a torch now, but this seems insanely good. So we're gonna go with that. Cool. We completed our quest. That feels good. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next card here. What do we got? The forest. The forest is quiet. Too quiet. Even the trees seem to be holding their breath. Roll a d6. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're getting lucky here. This is amazing. We got a 6. It says you fall over tangled branches. Lose 1 item. Damn. I'm about to just drop the leg of meat. I think that's our worst item. Yeah, heals for 2 HP. These heal for 4 and you can use them multiple times and this skips a fight. Yeah, we're going to drop the leg of meat. We're going to drop the leg of meat. We lost an item there. Unfortunate. Okay, then we're going to move to the next card. It's going to be a fight. What do we got? A boar. It's an animal. Ooh, we got our magic wand, which deals extra damage to animals. We also have our chicken down here, I got to remember. A boar bursts through the brush. Tusks first and questions never. Fight. Special. Roll 1d6. On a 5 to 6, he deals +1 damage for the whole upcoming fight. Whew, okay. Dude... That's the best one I've ever rolled in my life. He's got 2 HP, and he does 2 damage. Okay, this guy's not playing around. But we get to attack first, and we're going to blast him for 2 damage with the wand, and he's dead. Get completely annihilated. Okay, we get to move into the 5th card here before the boss fight. Windmill. The windmill turns lazily in the breeze, like it has nowhere to be. Same. Roll 1d6. Okay, we rolled a 1 again. We have rolled only 1s and 6s, I'm pretty sure. It says you stand there waiting for the world to give you something. It doesn't. All right. So that was 5. We're going to go on to the 3rd boss. Skeleton Archer. He is undead. A skeleton archer takes aim. His bony fingers ready to release an arrow that's probably older than you. Fight. Info. Using a torch gives you +1 damage for this fight, dude. What did I just say about the torch, dude? I knew it was coming, man. I knew it was coming. He's got 4 HP. God dang it. He does 2 damage. Jeez. And remember, you cannot use the smoke on a boss fight. It's only on a non-boss fight. Okay, what does our chicken do again? What does our chicken do again? It says it can attack once per fight, doing 1 damage. Okay, and then you can still attack. Okay, so we're going to attack once. So we've got 2 uses. We're going to use it once. We got 1 use left that's going to deal 1 damage. Put him down to 3. And then we're going to attack with our magic wand to deal 1 damage and put him down to 2. Okay, and then the skeleton archer is going to attack. He does 2 damage. We block 1 with our armor. So we go down to 8. We're going to hit him for 1 with the magic wand. Remember, the chicken is only once per fight. So we're going to hit him for 1 with our magic wand, put him down to 1. Now we got a fight on our hands that's going back and forth a little bit. This is cool. And then the skeleton archer is going to attack again. We block 1 damage, but we take 1 and go down to 7. And then we finish him off with the last damage from our magic wand, and he is dead. And he does not drop anything. Oh, you know what? I don't think I grabbed a special loot earlier whenever I defeated the zombie horde, did I? No, I didn't. So we're going to grab 2 right now to make up for it. Okay, so let's see what we get. We get the Glove of Perplexity. Slap the enemy. They'll be too confused to fight back. Negates the enemy's last attack and deals 1 piercing damage in return. That is insane. You can still attack afterward. Discard after use. That is crazy. And the Voodoo Doll, a small doll, definitely not cursed, probably. Use it wisely or just poke it for fun. Revive once with 5 HP. You start your turn afterward. Dude, that's insane. It's like the Goblin Hourglass from Cryptcrawler. I'm going to drop the small healing potion for this because this is freaking crazy, dude. Okay. Okay, and that is going to go here. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Here we go, guys. We're moving on to the next one. This is a pretty lengthy game. This is cool, dude. This is epic. Okay, we got the nest. Twigs, feathers, and a gleaming object catch your eye in the tree. You really want to know what that shiny thing is. Roll a d6. You find something in the nest. Draw an item. Okay, okay. So we got a mushroom. Heals for 2 HP. It's cookable at a campsite. Or thread. Restore 1 use of a reusable item. Oh, that's insane. Okay, I'm going to use that immediately because you can either pick it up and equip it or use it immediately if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let's double check. You can freely swap, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure it said that. Reusable item. Am I imagining things? Am I imagining things, guys? Let's see. You do not have to hold cards. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if your hand's already full, you can swap one. I don't want to swap. We're just going to drop this. We're just going to drop this. That would have been cool to get, but yeah, we're just going to drop it. Okay, and we're going to move on. Number 2. What do we got? We've got the Witch Hut. Dude, no way. It's like the Hag's Hut from Cryptcrawler. Dude, this game has so many things like that are similar to Cryptcrawler. It's so cool. I guess, you know, you're bound to have similarities like in this sort of fantasy-themed setting. That's really neat, though. You approach a crooked hut that smells like herbs, dust, and mild danger. Roll a d6. 1 or 6 incoming. Now it won't be because I'm calling it out. Yep, told you. 5. You find something useful in the hut. Draw 1 item. Okay, finding lots of items. Boomerang. Deal 1 piercing damage, then roll a d6. On a 5 to 6, deal an additional 2 non-piercing damage. Discard after use. That's really good. Or a rope. I don't think I want to drop anything, though. No, I don't really want to drop anything, dude. I've got all these, like... Dude, healing potions are insanely good. Once we use the smoke bomb, or once we use some of these, too, once we use the glove of perplexity, that'll free up some space. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and drop that. Or if we had a belt, we could hold an extra item. That'd be good if we get a gear, a belt. But we can't now. It is what it is. Okay, we're going to move on from the Witch's Hut to number 3. And we're at the Valley. It's beautiful. It's empty. You immediately assume it's a trap. Roll a d6. 5. You have a relaxed moment. Recover 1 HP. Okay, that's cool. We go from 7 up to 8. I like that, dude. That's amazing. Pretty chill little venture right here toward the next boss. Ooh, except there's a bandit on the other side of this valley. It's a humanoid. A bandit blocks your path, clearly proud of his poor life choices. Fight. Special. If the bandit attacks a second time, he steals 1 item from you. Oh my goodness. He's got 2 HP and he does 1 damage. If he attacks a second time, he steals an item, and that's no good. We're going to hit him once with the chicken. The chicken is gone. And we're going to hit him for 1 with our magic wand. And again, it says that you can attack after you use that. So that is good to know. We're going to take down the bandit, and he does not drop any loot for us. But he's dead, and he doesn't steal any of our stuff, thankfully. And then finally, we're going to move into the last one here. This will be number 5 before the 4th boss. And we're halfway there. Elf Archer, humanoid. The elf doesn't speak. His arrow does. Fight. Special. Attacks first and deals piercing damage. Okay, he's got 2 health. He attacks first. He deals 1 piercing. We attack for 1. Should I? No, I'm going to save that. We're going to attack for 1. Put him down to 1. He's going to attack us for 1 again and put us down to 6. I'm going to use my my healing potion over here again. So we've got 2 uses left, and heal for 4. And he is going to attack. So, because I think you can only either use an item or attack, right? So yeah, we're using our item. So he's going to attack. Put us down to 9. I might have messed that up earlier. And then we're going to attack him for 1 to take him down, and he does not drop anything. And we're at 5, so we're going to move on to the next boss, guys. We're trucking along now. We've got a gorilla. It's an animal. Our magic wand is ready for him, dude. A massive gorilla pounds its chest, looking like it's about to throw hands, and you're definitely the target. Fight. Special. After each enemy attack, roll 1d6. On a 6, you are stunned, which again means that you got to skip your turn, essentially. You can't attack or anything, or use items. He's got 3 HP, and he does 2 damage. The bosses always get to attack first, so he's going to attack for 2 damage, and I am going to use the Glove of Perplexity. Slap the enemy. They'll be too confused to fight back. Negates the enemy's last attack, and it deals 1 piercing damage in return, and then you can still attack afterwards, it says. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to negate their attack and deal 1 piercing damage back to them. And then on our turn, we're going to attack for 2 damage, since the magic wand does 2 damage versus animals, and the gorilla is an animal, and we kill the gorilla. Dude, let's go. Taking down bosses left and freaking right, dude. Nice. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Put this to 1 and draw the next card. What do we got? A miner. A miner nods at you, wipes his brow, and offers you a rock he swears is lucky. Draw 1 item. Info. If you have a pickaxe, you can draw 1 additional item. It doesn't have to be equipped. Okay, interesting. We don't have the pickaxe, but it is what it is. We'll draw an item. We got leather armor. I wonder if you get other types of armor too. Dude, or a healing potion. Are you kidding me? Healing potions are so insanely broken. We're never going to die. Okay, cool. That was that one. We're going to go to the second one. What do we got? An orc, dude. There we go. A beast. The orc growls, cracks his knuckles, and points at you. Uh-oh. Fight. Special. If his HP drops below 2, he gains +1 damage. Okay, so he's got 3 HP. If he goes down to 1, he gets pissed, and he's going to do 2 damage instead of 1. We get to attack first. Should we smoke bomb this guy? You can escape a fight except against the boss. Should we just smoke bomb him? He doesn't drop anything. Let's just smoke bomb him. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to use the smoke bomb, and we're going to skip the fight and just avoid it entirely. Run away from our problems. Cool, dude. Okay, nice. Let's keep on going. We're going to go to 3. This frees up a slot for us, too. And again, he didn't drop anything, so I feel good about using the smoke bomb on that. And he was going to hit us a couple times, and I don't like that. Druid. The druid offers you tea made from something he definitely just found. He heals you for 1 HP, or he removes a negative status from you. Okay, well, we're not cursed or poisoned, so go ahead and heal me, bro. We're back up to 10. Nice. We're going to move to 4. Dude, we're just trucking along now, guys. We found a bridge. The bridge creaks with every step. You tell yourself that's totally normal. Roll 1d6. I love the little, like, kind of dry humor in this game, too. It's really neat. It adds a lot of whimsy and playfulness to the game. Really cool. You find something stuck in a crack. Draw 1 item. Boom. A torch or a bow. Or a bone, rather. You know what? I'm going to take the bone, man. Grants you +1 damage for the fight. That's super good. We're going to go with that. It's like the strength potion from Crypt Crawler. We're going to go with that. And then we're going to go to the 5th one here. A cat. Ooh, what is this, dude? A cat appears from nowhere, flicks its tail, and decides you're worthy. Yeah, that sounds about right. It doesn't follow you. You follow it. That's the deal now. Companion lets you re-roll 1 trap. Interesting. Okay. I don't think we've even run into... Have we run into any traps? Are there cards that say trap at the top? Have we just not run into that? I don't think we have. Okay, well, if there are cards that say trap in like parentheses at the top, now's the time to get this cat because we haven't seen any. So that's sick. Okay, we get 2 uses out of it, so we'll put it right there. Okay, awesome. So that was 5. So now we're going to the boss. Dude, another boss already. A Cyclops. He's a beast. He's big. He's strong. And he only has 1 eye. Guess that's why he never saw you coming. Fight. Special. Roll 1d6. Okay. On a 1 to 2, the Cyclops slams the ground to lose 1 item. Only once. Okay, good. We're good there. Roll a 5. He's got 3 HP and he does 3 damage. My God. Okay, we're going to use the bone. Grants you +1 damage for this fight. You can still attack afterward and discard after use. Okay, so we're doing 2 damage now. Put him down to 1. And it's for the whole fight. He's going to attack for 3 damage. We're going to block 1 and take 2. Go down to 8. And then we're going to attack him for 2 more with our magic wand. And he is dead. And with the dog that came for the bone. And he is dead. Dude, we are just booking through the game now. This is awesome. Okay, we're going to go back to 1 here. Event deck, what do we got? A villager. The villager offers you a seat, a story, and possibly a side quest. You can trade 1 item from your hand to recover 3 HP. Or you can trade 1 item from your hand for 1 new one. I like what we've got. It says, and you can accept the quest. Tell you what, if you make it through the next 5 cards with at least 3 HP left, I'll fix you up real nice, plus 10 HP. But if you don't, I'll have to take 2 items as payment. I'm not that worried about that. No, I'm not that worried about that. We've got so much health potions, and we're already at we're at 8 right now. We don't really need to gain health that badly. And if we fail, he's going to take 2 of our items, which I'd probably get rid of the health potions instead of the voodoo doll, and I don't want that. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that. Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Villager. Moving on. We're going to go to number 2. That is cool, though. Temple. Ooh, we found a temple. This is giving me like Zelda 2 vibes. The pillars stand tall. The roof is still holding up. You pause, wondering if this place is for worship or just really bad architecture. Roll 1d6. Here we go. 4. What do we got? You expect a big reveal, but all you get is silence. A bit anticlimactic, but okay. So nothing happens. Interesting. Okay, we're going to go to 3. And we've got the cave. You step into a cave. It's dark, damp, and something just dripped on your shoulder. Roll 1d6. Okay. We got a 3. You feel something crawl nearby. Flip this card. Ooh, what is it, dude? A spider. It's a spider. We got a spider. It's an animal. Let's go. Our magic wand's going to wreck it. A fat cave spider crawls out from a crack in the wall. It seems excited. Fight. Special. After each attack from the spider, roll 1d6. On a 6, you get stunned. It's got 2 HP. It does 2 damage. Well, with our magic wand, we deal 2 damage to animals, so it's dead. After the fight, roll 1d6. On a 1, her bite still lingers. You are poisoned. Oh my god. Whew, okay. Good. We're not poisoned. Amazing. Okay, we took down the spider. That's going to go there. And then we're going to go to 4. What do we got? The quarry. The quarry's quiet. Too quiet. This sounds familiar. This was like another card that we had earlier. Unless you count falling pebbles as a warning. Roll 1d6. Got a 1. It says if you have a pickaxe, you can draw 1 item. Doesn't have to be equipped. Okay, we roll a 1. Stones are falling down on you. Take 1 damage. The bucket prevents it. Okay, so we're going to take 1 damage. And that'll go there. And then we're at 5 already, guys. We're just moving along, right along. Lighthouse. A lighthouse stands tall above the cliffs. The waves crash below, but up here, it's quiet. Reveal the top card on the item deck. Choose to keep it there or send it to the bottom of the deck. If you have a torch, you can reveal the first 2 cards, draw 1 of them, and place the other at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we don't have the torch. So we reveal the top card of the item deck and choose to keep it there or send it to the bottom of the deck. So we got an egg, heals for 2 HP. It's cookable at a campfire. Or the bucket, which seems to keep coming up, but we might have missed our chance to use this. I don't know if there's more cards that use it, but the bucket, useful against some traps. Okay, yeah, so the cards won't say trap on them. Like the quarry, it won't say trap. It'll just, I guess, tell you, if there's a certain card that you can use. We could have re-rolled that trap too with the cat, but it's okay. I guess we'll put it on the bottom. I'm not too concerned about the bucket or the egg. We'll put it on the bottom. Let's see what other items we have coming up. Ooh, robe. That's cool. Okay, wait, was that really 5, guys? We're moving on to the next boss? Oh my god, there's only 3 bosses up. The Plague Doctor, he's a humanoid. He looks cool. The Plague Doctor gives you a look like you've caught something, and he's probably right. Fight. HP 3, damage 2. After the fight, you roll a d6, and on a 1, you get poisoned. Dang, dude, what's going on with all this poison all of a sudden? So he's got 3 HP, and he does 2 damage, and bosses get to attack first. So he attacks for 2, we block 1 and take 1, and go from 7 down to 6. I am going to... I'm going to use my healing potion. We've got 1 use left and heal. He's going to attack and hit us for 1 because we're blocking 1. I'm going to attack for 1 damage. He's going to attack and hit us for 1. I'm going to attack and hit him for 1. He's going to attack and hit us for 1. And I'm going to attack and hit him for 1. He's dead. Nice, guys. Cool. And we're down to 7 HP. Looking good. We still got 2 full health potions over here and 1 with 1 use left. This is crazy. And a voodoo doll that'll revive us with 5 HP if we happen to die. Yeah, okay. I don't know how we're going to lose this. I think we got this one. Let's see what we got. Unless something crazy happens. Ruined house. You step into a ruined house. Half the walls are missing, and the other half wish they were. Roll a d6. We got a 3. You slip down the stairs. Lose 1 item. You know what? We'll lose this healing potion that's only got 1 use left. We'll go ahead and go with that. That was 1, by the way. Next one's going to be 2. Tense. You hear quiet chatter, soft laughter, and absolutely no growling. This must be a dream. You can trade 1 item for 1 new one. No, I'm going to keep what I got. I'm fine with my insanely OP health potions. We're going to move on. We got a mummy. He is undead. A mummy lumbers closer, smelling like curses in old closets. Fight. Info. Using a torch gives you +1 damage for this fight. That's cool. You can burn the mummy up. He's going to have 2 HP. And he does 2 damage. So we're going to attack first with our magic wand to put him down to 1. He's going to attack, and we're going to block 1 damage and go from 7 down to 6. And then I'm going to use one of my health potions here to recover 4 HP. He's going to attack for 1 again, and then we're going to take him down with the magic wand, and he is dead. And he doesn't drop any loot. So far, it was just that 1 enemy that dropped loot. I think it was a goblin or something. Interesting. Okay, then we're going to move on to the 4th card. More enemies. Oof, lots of enemies coming up here. A Yeti. He is a beast-type enemy. And it says, the Yeti growls, rubbing its eyes like it hasn't seen sunlight in ages. Guess you're the first thing it's going to deal with. Fight. Info. Using a torch gives you +1 damage for the fight. He's got 3 HP and he does 2 damage. Okay, fighting some harder enemies now. Interesting that they wound up closer to the bottom of the deck. We get to attack first. I'm going to hit him for 1 and put him down to 2. He's going to attack us for 2, but we block 1 with our armor, and this goes down to 8. We're going to hit him for 1. He's going to hit us for 1. We go down to 7, and then we'll hit him for 1 to take him down. Once again, no loot. And we're moving on to the 5th card. It's another enemy. It's a ghost. Let's go. He's undead. A ghost appears with a sigh like it's tired of haunting people. Fight. Special. Piercing damage. It's got 3 HP, and he does 1 damage. So 3 HP for the ghost. We get to attack first. We'll hit him for 1 and put him down to 2. I wonder if there's weapons that do more than just, that do more damage or something too. I don't know. Probably not, because the enemies in this game, it seems like their health is fairly low. So it just gives you like a little bit of a boost in damage. Okay, and then he's going to attack for 1 piercing damage, right? Yeah, he's got piercing damage. So he's going to hit us for 1. We go down to 6. I'm going to use my healing potion to heal back up to full. Healing potions are broken. He's going to attack me for 1. I go down to 9. I'll hit him for 1 with the magic wand. He hits me for 1. We go down to 8. And then I hit him for 1 to finish him off. And it says at the bottom of the card, after the fight, you roll 1d6, and on a 1, you get cursed. And we rolled a 1, and we get cursed, which means that you can now carry only 4 items in your hand. And if you have more, you have to discard down to 4. But fortunately, we only had 3, so we're good there. And that was it, guys. We're moving into the second to last boss, dudes. We're getting so close. We got the Barbarian. He's a humanoid. The Barbarian charges, swinging his axe like it's the only thing he knows how to do. Spoiler, it is. Fight. Special. All of your damage is reduced by 1. Oh, no. What the hell do I do? Do I just lose? Oh, no, guys. Oh, guys, I think we just lose the game. Dude, this guy's insane. All of your damage is reduced by 1? Yeah, so we can't hit him because we can only deal 1 damage. We deal 2 damage against animals, but we don't have anything else to deal damage with. I think we lose. Oh, that's kind of good to know, though, because then in the future, if I ever get a bone, I'll hang on to the bone until I fight the Barbarian. That's kind of cool. So, unfortunately, guys, we cannot defeat this guy because we can't deal any damage to him. Yeah. Rip. I was so confident that we were going to win. Dang. Okay, so it doesn't matter what we do. He's eventually going to whittle us down and end up taking us down. Dang, dude, that's crazy, man. That's kind of cool, though. I'm glad we didn't win on our first try because I'm going to be honest, it felt like the game was like way too easy up until this point. So I'm really glad that happened. Yeah, cool, man. Okay, that was awesome, guys. That was super, super fun. We do lose. But hey, that just incentivizes me to play again. So we're going to come back and we're going to play more in the future. So I'm going to give my just like brief thoughts about the game real quick to kind of wrap up the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, first of all, kind of going through this learning experience with me. I figured it would be fairly simple from the one time that I played prior. So there wasn't anything too out of the ordinary from that first time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial and playthrough of the game. It is super, super fun. I really like it. It plays very smoothly. I love all of the like thematic flavor text and just sort of the whimsy and the the lightheartedness of it. Like every card is just kind of like a little joke. You know what I mean? It's just like a little funny flavor text. And I mean a joke in a good way. Like it's making a joke. Like it's cool. It's really cool. It's really lighthearted. Yeah, I really love that. I love the variety of the items. I think it's really cool that when you draw an item, you get to either pick either side. And so it gives you this decision of like where you're at in the game currently and which one you'd rather choose rather than just getting stuck with whatever you get. So that's really, really cool. And then it utilizes, you know, the fronts and backs of all the cards, which of course, when you're making a mint tin game, you want to utilize as much space as you possibly can. And Wilhelm did that excellently in this game. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, it's very fun. It does seem a little easy though. Like if I were to know, and you know, I don't have enough playthroughs. This is way too small of a sample size for me to be able to make a very objective, you know, having a very objective opinion about whether it's too easy or it's too hard or anything like that. But just based on this one playthrough, unless things go drastically different, which I can't imagine they'd go too drastically different. I don't know. I'll have to see. But like if I would have known, like, oh, I need to keep the bone to fight the barbarian because he can lock you out of winning the game if you can't deal any damage to him. Other than that, it felt fairly easy unless I did something wrong, but I think I did everything right. The healing potions are insanely powerful. They're too good. I kind of feel almost like the healing potion should be like a one-off. They're extremely, extremely good. It almost makes it to where I don't know why you would ever play on easy mode. Because even with the healing potions, it already feels incredibly easy. Again, unless I am missing something. I did lose, to be fair, but again, it was just because of this one ability on this one card. I felt like we were kind of skating through the game. What was the last boss, just for our own sake? Eyeball. So it's like a beholder, basically. Special. After each enemy attack, roll a d6. On a 1, you are stunned. 3 HP, 2 damage. Yeah, so even then, it's like, even the bosses don't have very much health. They don't deal that much damage. Especially considering if you've got healing potions and you're just healing up constantly. So yeah, it could just be luck, man. It could just be that I lucked out and got a lot of healing potions. That could definitely be part of it. Let's see. Are there more healing potions? Like we got this one and these two. I wonder if there's any more. I'm kind of hoping there are not. Okay, there are not more healing potions. It doesn't look like. No, there's not. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So 3 healing potions. We might have just lucked out. It could have been that a couple of these healing potions were, you know, the cards that we didn't draw and we wouldn't have gotten to heal. So again, like I said, this is a sample size of 1 is not a good way to judge a game. But yeah, just based off this one playthrough, I got really lucky getting the healing potions. But yeah, dude, other than that, it's really, really fun. And I'm really looking forward to playing again. And this didn't make it not fun. It just felt a little easy. But again, I think if you don't get these, it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult. And I'll probably end up experiencing that in future playthroughs. I'll probably be like not getting the healing potions, being like, okay, yeah, the game is perfectly balanced to where like if you don't get healing potions, it is really difficult. And yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Also, we never did get poisoned. What does that do? You lose 1 HP after each boss fight. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool little mechanic right there too. So yeah, there it is, guys. There was for Crown and Coin. This is awesome, dude. Yeah, this game is super, super good. Other than, like I mentioned, you know, a billion times now about the healing potions being overpowered. And again, potentially not overpowered just if you get all of them. I really don't have any complaints. The game is super fun. Like I said, I love all the little narrative, like sort of flavor text on the cards. I like that there's quests. Obviously, if you guys aren't aware, I just released my own expansion to my game Crypt Crawler Quest. So yeah, it's cool having quests in the game that you can go on, wide variety of enemies, all kinds of different locations that you can find. So it really feels like you're going on an adventure. Very, very cool. Very, very good stuff. And I like the mechanic too, that on some of them, you have to flip the card over. And then if you roll a certain thing on the table, and then there's like an enemy that you fight. So like there's like these little bonus like event enemies. Like that is so cool. I really, really dig that. Really, really cool stuff. Also, I just realized I'm a total goofball. I have been forgetting to draw rare loot. But it's my goldfish memory, guys. Maybe that would have helped this. Maybe that would have helped us. Who knows? We'll do it in the next one, guys. Either way, I hope you guys learned something. And I hope this at least, you know, gave you a good idea of what the game is like. I'm not trying to win any awards for the, you know, getting all the rules 100% correct and playing perfectly. If you watch the channel, you'll know that by now. We're just here to have fun, man. And this game is super, super fun. So you can head over to thegamecrafter.com if you liked what you saw, and you can pick up your own copy of For Crown and Coin right here, dudes. And remember, you'll need a couple of D6 and some kind of little token to keep track of your health whenever you play the game, because it's not going to come with that. But it does come chock full of cards to the brim of the tin, which is everything you see here. So there it is. I'll leave a link down in the description below if you're interested and you want to go pick up the game for yourself. So be on the lookout for more playthroughs, guys. This one is super, super fun. I'm definitely going to play again, and hopefully I'll actually remember to get my rare loot next time whenever I am defeating the boss enemies, and maybe that would have helped. Let's see, just for fun, before we close out the video, would it have even mattered? Would it have helped me against the barbarian? The shovel, it says the shovel shuffle. Draw 3 item cards, pick one, and shuffle the other 2 back into the deck at random. Let's see what would have happened if we would have done that. 1, 2, 3. Are there any bones? We could have used the boomerang, but I don't think it would have killed him. No, I don't think it would have killed him. I guess technically maybe it could have, because it does 1 damage, 1 piercing, and then 2 non-piercing. Also, I'm not sure why you can do piercing damage, because it doesn't look like any of the enemies have armor. I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that. Either way, if we were to roll a 5 or 6, we could have actually potentially killed him. The compass, no, that wouldn't have helped. The cheese wouldn't have helped. The fishing rod would not have helped. The robe would not have helped. The pickaxe against humanoids deal 2 damage. And he is a humanoid. We could have got the pickaxe. Uh-oh. Blast me down in the comments below. We could have also got the divider here. It saws the enemy's HP in half, rounded down. That would have helped a little bit, but it wouldn't have killed him. The dice of fate, roll 2d6 and deal the difference in damage. That could have actually come in handy. And then the foul surprise. The enemy's damage is reduced to 1, but it's piercing due to the stench. That's awesome. Okay, so we did have some outs there. It was unfortunate and I forgot, but again, I mainly wanted to make this video for the tutorial, guys, and to just go through a playthrough so that you guys can get an idea of what the game is like. It's fine that we didn't win. It is what it is. I had a blast, so we won, guys, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you had fun, and in that case, you guys won also. So there it is, guys. Be sure to hit the thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell so you can stay notified every time I upload a brand new video, and I'll have plenty more playthroughs of For Crown and Coin and other solo tabletop games coming to the channel in the near future. And until then, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.